Good morning, folks. Welcome to Plan B podcast. Thanks for joining. We are going to talk about hyperbaric treatment today. We are going to talk about psychedelics. We are going to talk about metaverse, artificial intelligence, and all this stuff. What is the impact on health? We're going to discover that right away with my guest, Jessica. Alana, she's going to join me hopefully in a minute. Let me see if I can get her here. Okay. Jess. Hope you're doing well, guys. Green Vice is out. You just have to join. I'm back in Montreal today. And, today, actually, I'm back in Montreal until the end of the week. And then I'll go back to Boston. Thanks for joining, guys. Very appreciate it. Waiting for my guest, Jessica. And she's apparently joining right now. So just when you get in, just send me a request if you don't see my request, and we can jump on our topics and subjects. Always good to see you guys. Always a pleasure. Yeah, today we're talking about the effect of oxygen on health. That's one. Then the effect on psychedelic on health. With the new discoveries we have, it's interesting to see where we're going. What happened? Okay, Jessica, when you get in, send me a request to join. It's going to be easier. Sometimes when we send the request out, it's not working. So join the live and push request to join, and you should be up and running. Hi, guys. So where are you guys from? Everywhere, huh? I see. Waiting for the summer here. Okay, let me see. Now Jessica is probably here. There we go. Should be coming in. Now it's working. Thanks for your patience, guy.
Hello, everyone. How are you? I'm Jessica.
There you are.
Thank you so much for inviting me on the podcast today.
Very happy to have you, Jessica. Thank you for joining. We've been talking about this forever and back and forth. But you're here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Good.
Thank you so much. I'm honored.
Yeah, me too. Very happy to see one of the greatest biohacker around there. Yeah, of course, you have a lot of talent and quality. Jessica, she's a biomedical scientific person as well. So we can talk science, we can talk extensively about many things, but today we're going to talk about hyperbaric oxygen therapy.
Yes.
Yeah. So do you want to start, or first you want to? Do you want me to introduce you, maybe to the public?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
So, thank you so much.
Pleasure. She's in Dubai now, and so it's yeah, and it's late at night, I guess, more than here.
It's 20 past 8 right now.
Okay, time for a glass of wine there.
Yeah, maybe, but I've been reading about alcohol, and I think I'm going to go teetotal, actually. I don't feel like drinking alcohol anymore.
Oh.
Yeah.
I tried. I've never been capable of doing that.
Yeah.
At least wine, the rest it's different. So you are, you have a degree in biomedical science.
I do, that's correct.
Yeah. You have a passion for holistic health and wellness. This we know because you're everywhere where something is about biohacking, you're there, and and we see you there. You contribute to a magazine as well, which we are very honored. Very good articles. And it's interesting to see the approach and the angle you're taking on your writing. I like that. I like this. I like the scientific approach when we're talking about something. So sometimes it's too holistic to be solid enough, but you do it perfectly there. And you don't believe in pharmaceutical industry.
I don't.
Tell me more about it. Why?
It's a personal story. So it's to do with my family. Yeah, my mum struggled a lot with mental health, and she was just passed from doctor to doctor to doctor, put on an endless cycle of prescription medication. And I just saw no real care. In fact, I saw a complete and total lack of care. So this just really obviously implemented my views so much, and now I just don't believe in the pharmaceutical industry. And the more, I suppose, research I've done into this, the more there's so many dots that connect between other things, like we won't go into that, but like I believe in decentralization, anti-establishment, all of these sorts of things. So
I think, mental health is something that it's not yet completely covered, and that's probably the reason we're seeing many things coming from various sources, like psychedelic for therapy in mental health is coming up. We're going to talk about that later. We're seeing a different approach that they were not present before. Okay, it's not that old. Your story is from 3 years ago, and it's your mother, so it's very close to you. Of course, you spent time searching. Now you are in Dubai. You run a business that is related to hyperbaric oxygen therapy.
Yes, hyperbaric.
The wellness lab.
The wellness lab.
I love that. Before we jump into that subject, I just want to say that the way that you've stated that, I believe we are given life on Earth to help others grow and the planet to heal.
Yes, I believe in Dharma.
Yeah, I love that. It's
yoga, whatever you'd like to call it.
So where are you in your process of that? Are you at your last step?
Oh, I'm not my last incarnation. My last.
No, because no. Normally, you're a true believer in the cycle of rebirth. So coming back.
I'm trying to escape, reach Samadhi, go to Vishnaloka, for one of the planets. Yeah.
So you're there. You're already there, or no? You have more to accomplish before.
Yes. I'm not done yet. Yeah. I have a lot more to do.
Yeah, I think that it would be boring actually to be fully accomplished. I guess nothing more to discover. It's not very interesting.
I felt like I guess when you're uninspired, that's kind of what happens. Like when you've done everything, but I'm always like moving on. And the world is moving so fast with like crypto, AI, VR, metaverse.
It's changing everything.
Oh my God.
Yeah. We're going to talk about that because you just came back from the Congress. Mm-hmm. I love that. I'm really into it as well. I think that this pace, the pace of evolution is changing because of artificial intelligence, virtual reality, even immersion, and a mix of both. But NFTs have their places as well in science. I've seen so many things about NFTs. So this is one of the topics we're going to try to cover as well. Let's talk about hyperbaric oxygen therapy, the business you run there in Dubai. Please, go ahead. What is it?
So hyper obviously means increased, and baric means pressure. So it's increased pressure and extra oxygenation. And it acts on the fundamental ideal gas laws, which are Henry's and Boyle's gas laws. And when we take this into the context of hyperbaric oxygen, we're talking about how much oxygen can be dissolved into the liquids, such as the blood plasma, the cerebrospinal fluid, and lymph. And the health significance of this is, while we are limited by our red blood cells, and every day, in our everyday conditions, there is a 21% oxygen and some other gases, and we are at 1 ATA. And at this point, we're actually able to reach 97% saturation. And you can't go over 100% saturation in terms of your red blood cells. So the hyperbaric oxygen, because it oxygenates the plasma, cerebrospinal fluid, and lymph, it's able to overcome all of the circulatory damages that we accumulate in our everyday lives.
So you increase the pressure, and
that was a very scientific.
It was very good actually. I like it.
So much.
Yeah.
I've the balance between the science and then layman's term. I guess I'm trying to fix that. Yeah.
But it's, as long as you say things that people can understand, I think science is accepted. When you become too complicated, it's another story. But you did it well. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you increase pressure, you put oxygen, and you make people to breathe, or it goes through the skin. What is the process? It's a chamber, correct?
Good question. Yes, so it's a really big chamber and it's a pressure vessel, and you go from 1 ATA to 1.5 ATA to ATA, depending
ATA
on
means
atmospheric pressure level. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's a pressure vessel, and you breathe in 100% oxygen via a nasal cannula or an oxygen mask.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not through the skin; it's through your respiration system. Just to clarify. Yeah. And atmosphere. Just to give a referential to people, atmosphere is when you are at sea level. It's what?
Yes, when you're at sea level, you're at 1 ATA, and our chambers take you to 1.5 ATA and above. So this really has to do with the pressure equilibrium. It changes the pressure equilibrium from your everyday life to when you go into the chamber.
Yeah, it's not a new technology, because from the 60s, they were using it for a space astronaut and but it was like taking more at that time. But I remember that Dr. Paul Klaus from Mayo Clinic, is in charge of the hyperbaric and altitude medicine, and when they talk about it, they talk very positively as well on the benefit. There's
incredible.
Like everything. Yeah. Some yes, some others not. But let me give you one other guy that I've found that he was preaching about this technology was the Joe Nemeth, the guy that a player from NFL, old guy now, and he's saying that he's saying that hyperbaric oxygen on tissue helps him to recover whatever he had as the effect on concussion and the bad impact from sport when he was playing football. So there's positive fact. Are there any negative?
Not really. I mean, the only real contradiction that an individual may encounter when going in the chamber is maybe some slight ear irritation. So you can get some slight ear irritation, but it's no different from catching a flight, which, everyone catches flights every day.
It's true.
Yeah, we don't really see any...
in Dubai, yeah.
No, yeah.
And blurry vision, I've heard sometimes because of pressure.
I haven't heard that one.
No?
I mean, it depends which setting. So obviously the hospital grade settings, you can acquire maybe different risks.
And depends of the people too, I guess. Yeah. What about the nose? Because you're under pressure.
I mean, we've had reports of like a dry nose and stuff like this.
Okay.
But so the thing is, it's like the pressure, you have 5 to 10 minutes equalization process on compression and decompression. And then your body becomes equalized. So you really should only feel like the dry nose and the ear between the 5 to 10 minutes of compression and decompression.
So what kind of typical clients are coming to see you and why?
Okay. So
what do they want to do?
We have 2 types of clients. We have people like us who are into biohacking, health optimization. They're aware of their longevity and regenerative space, and they're looking to extend the quality of their life. not just their lifespan, but the quality of their life.
The quality of their life, being more like functional.
They're looking to have leverage over their biological age and to sort of let go of their chronological age and have, their reduce their biological aging, basically.
It's my struggle.
Well, you need to come to London and try it. Oh my God.
Yeah. On my plan.
Oh, yeah. Good. Good.
Of course. Yeah. But keep going. Yeah.
The second type of client is the ones with acute and chronic conditions. And these range from children with autism, people with Alzheimer's and cognitive decline. We have stroke, post-stroke patients come in as well. And we have a full range. We have people who've had injuries, surgery, PTSD,
surgery,
depression,
And surgery, I know that it's been used for faster recovery after surgeries and stuff like that.
Of course.
PTSD or autism, like you said before, are they coming because their doctor are telling them to come, because they?
No. So basically, it's people who are at the end of the road. They're at the end of the road. They've seen every single traditional specialist who's told them X, Y, Z, and it hasn't worked. And now they really want to try something new. And the pain point that we experience most within the clinic is just gaining the trust. Just gaining the trust of the acute and chronic condition clients.
Yeah, that makes sense. Nobody comes in and is like suffering of claustrophobia because it's closed.
We have a dual chamber as well, so we have a
so you have more space.
Which can fit 2-3 people. So,
awesome.
It's pretty big.
So you can do a party there under oxygen.
You can. Sure, if you want. You get an exercise bike in there and do exercising. Whatever you like.
To increase actually sports capacity and performance.
Wow.
Okay. There is one thing that is proven with science, but the process is not known. It's blood sugar level. When you go into hyperbaric oxygen, the blood sugar level tend to go down a lot.
Really? I haven't read about this. Excuse me.
So there's studies that shows that it's there, it's real. And so some sort of polemic. They were raised.
I understand why, actually.
Okay.
It makes sense because obviously you're giving the mitochondria a mega dose of supraphysiological oxygen. What the mitochondria use to make ATP, they use glucose.
That's
it. So if you're giving them the oxygen, they need the glucose. 1 + 1 = 2. So that's the only reason.
They think, this is what they think it is. The real the real cycle of that process for blood sugar is not yet proven. It's going to be coming up pretty soon, I guess. But it exists, and it's been a problem for people that were not telling that they were diabetic, for example.
We've had diabetic clients, and they've loved it. It's a good time.
So
I'll have to
pay attention to it, I guess. Okay, that is very interesting. And like you explained, so I was about to ask you, so what is the advantage? What is the advantage of hyperoxygenation like that? You explained it's because at the mitochondrial level and everything. So I'm pushing it a bit further. Are people tired when they go out of the chamber?
No. You have the exact opposite effect,
Okay.
Because you automatically have a surplus of ATP.
Okay.
From the mitochondrial efficiency. I mean, some people do. We do have
but
people.
But it must be exhausting at the beginning because you're using glycogen and you're activating your mitochondria a lot. So you must be tired in a way. After that, I understand that you can feel some sort of regeneration.
Yeah, I kind of, that can be one possibility, but from my clinical experience and from what I've read, people feel very energized. And they have a really good night's sleep, actually. They have a
okay, that
sleep. They always get that. Yeah.
Yeah. I was asking that
One
for
of the best
sleep.
sleeps. Yeah, in a while.
Of course. So do you do? It's better. Sorry, just do you do it in the morning, or it doesn't matter what time of the day?
Doesn't matter what time. No,
No?
it doesn't matter
Okay.
what time. No. Yeah.
And whatever.
There needs to be some good questions. Needs to be more data on this, actually, because maybe it does matter, the time. Maybe it does matter.
Probably.
Like something I could explore in the clinic, maybe.
Yeah. It could be nice to see the effect. Well, curiosity. How many times a month, a week, a day, a year do we do that? Or your client are doing that?
So you should front load hyperbaric oxygen. What I mean by this is that all the clinical trials and data suggest that you should have at least 20 sessions as close together as you most possibly can.
Means like if I can do 20 sessions in 2 days?
Oh, no, sorry. So
No.
1 hour on Monday, 1 hour on Tuesday.
Okay.
Wednesday,
Like on a daily basis.
Yeah, consecutively, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And then after that, you don't really need to do it so often. Maybe like you come in for a top up in the next year or something.
Wow.
Yeah.
How much?
Yeah.
Is it expensive?
It is. It is expensive. Yeah, it's a luxury product. Yeah, it is. But we run charity in our clinic as well.
That's cool. Yeah, I was at the Biohacking Congress in Vegas 2 weeks ago, and they were selling almost portable chambers, like
so they don't reach high enough ATAs to be suitable for a lot of the chronic conditions. So we don't have those in our clinic. We only have hard chambers.
Okay, I see. Yeah, professional stuff, which means more expensive stuff. Yeah, they were. I think the portable chamber were running like something like $15,000 up to.
That's
50.
expensive.
Yeah, it is. So
you can get them for like 4,000 from like China or something.
Oh,
yeah,
you probably get
exactly
it for and sell it for 10.
We say that like the hard chamber is like a horse and the soft chamber is like a donkey. It's a donkey and a horse.
Okay. Thank you so much, Jessica, for all this information. It's very interesting to see. Yeah. You know, what is fun is like HBOT became recently the trend. Like before we were talking about cold showers and sun exposure. Now we're talking a lot about hyperbaric oxygen therapy. It seems to be like in every conferences, every biohacking meetings, and even in science, they're talking about it. So I guess there's something behind it, and it's probably going to be more democratized and accessible to people in a very short period of time. Well, I wish you will.
Depends, yeah. Depends what Big Pharma has to say. They really don't like it.
Yeah?
So, yeah, they really don't like it, yeah.
Because of course.
It takes people off the cycle.
Of consuming drugs, yeah. That's a good, perfect point to jump to our next topic, pharmaceutical and psychedelic. Tell us about psychedelic. What do you think it's going to be for the future? I know that psychedelics are taking a huge part in mental health. What's your point, Jessica?
I love psychedelics. So I've actually used a range of psychedelics to help with my own mental health. Yeah.
Okay.
And it significantly helped with my PTSD as well. And I have a big love for psychedelics, and so do all of my friends, and so does everyone I talk to. And I really believe that in the future, psychedelics will be the #1 go-to for mental health and even end-of-life palliative care as well.
Oh, yeah? So...
Yeah. Because you can see the new...
Yeah,
You can
I
see the
agree.
different dimensions and stuff.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
think
yeah.
this gives a sort of comfort to people going through a lot.
Well, today, ketamine or psilocybin are like widely studied. What is studied mainly in terms of therapy, I would say it's more related to microdosing than full dose. Uh, so I don't know to which extent we're gonna go full blast on psychedelic. I've never tried, so I
Never
don't even
tried?
know. Nah, no,
Oh,
I'm a control freak of my brain, so I'm just scared about it.
don't be
I'm very
scared. It's from Mother
I don't know
Nature, prescribed by Mother Nature.
about consciousness. Yes, I know it. There's studies today showing a link between psychedelic and conscience. So I'm interested in that. But you know what? For me, I think that the future of psychedelic goes with electric stimulation, and psychedelic is actually the effect of psychedelic is falling from the use of substances that stimulate your visual cortex and your brain in general. So you can have exactly the same effect using light and sound. And I believe that the drug of tomorrow, it's going to be more in that vein because it's legal. There is no chemical.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
I
yeah,
don't know,
you should try.
feeling about,
And then
yeah, well,
talk.
yeah, one day, exactly. I agree on that. No, me, well, visual and yeah, electric ones. Yes, I'm using the Neurovisor as a stimulator from sport performances. Psychedelic as they are, I've never tried. Maybe one day I will. Probably there is big chances. Now, you think that okay? Let me go back. Psychedelic for mental health, 100%. I agree. Yes, it's going to be that path. It's everywhere. It's going that in that direction for sure. Now, what about other illness like cancer or other disease? What do you think?
Yeah, so I actually think that we'll move on from mental health and we will actually be using psychedelics to aid Alzheimer's for the neurogenesis,
Probably, yeah.
that depletion that is happening in
Yeah,
Alzheimer's
yeah.
and Parkinson's as well, and cancer,
True.
so terminal cancer. There's been a few case studies actually in which individuals.
Just other cases on psychedelic related with cancer were related more with the fact that people were having cancer and were bumping into depression and anxiety. So they were trying to...
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Just to make sure that we don't mislead our audience, psychedelic doesn't cure any cancer.
Yeah, it doesn't have any carcinogens.
Exactly. It helps people with cancer to get through the process of either terminal phases or just
passing.
Transition. Good word. Transition. Absolutely. It's not yet to its maturity, I guess, because there is a lot of legworks. There is a lot of backup
propaganda. There's a lot of bad propaganda, I think, about psychedelics. And if you actually do the research, it comes from a very small group, very small place. So, yeah.
Which one? Pharmaceutical?
No, the Pope and this sort of thing.
Yeah, it's true. But tell me, you're in Dubai now.
Yes,
and you can use psychedelic. No, that's it. Yeah, there it's like everything.
I don't condone illegal activities at all.
You have to go back to London.
Oh well, I mean, No, I go to Costa Rica.
Oh, true. You said that. Yeah, it's true. I remember we spoke about it. So any particular from your past experience that are better than other, or they all have the same effect and they're all good to go?
So magic mushrooms is more for exploration of like this world, so the 3D, because obviously you get to see all of the different things going on in this world in the 3D. And then DMT is more if you'd like to move up the octaves in terms of different dimensions, and you'd like to go to the 4D and maybe even the 5D if you vibrate high enough. So it all depends what the desired goal is.
Yeah, we are energy, so I can understand that it's linked to that. Yeah, vibration. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So mushroom, DMT, ketamines? No.
I guess so. I don't really see the psychedelic effect of ketamine so much. I prefer things that are given to us by God and by Mother Nature. And this would be, for me, Changa, which has the DMT in it and the psilocybin and the magic mushrooms. I'm not really a fan of man-made things. Yeah, but if ketamine helps someone, then that's all I want.
Yeah, side effects are not the best anyway. So it's I don't know. I was just like I have no clue about the effect or whatsoever, but I see that time to time, and of course, yeah, mushrooms is what you see most of the time out there. Very interesting. Do you think that people that are taking psychedelics are more nice than others or more open than others? Does it change the personality?
Yeah, I definitely think it does change the personality. I don't know. Well, I think it just depends on the internal personality of the person. But I think the overall average consensus would be that after one dabbles with psychedelics, they become a more open person because of what they've seen. Yeah, and because of what they've experienced in the brain. Yeah. And I was wondering to take psychedelics and a hyperbaric oxygen.
Every time I want to ask you a question, that was my question. Have you ever tried that? That must be like crazy.
I really want to, because I want to know when the oxygen is going to do a lot of the psychedelics to the brain, because hyperbaric oxygen increases cerebral blood flow and the neurons are flooded with oxygen. So can you imagine like this?
It must be crazy.
Yeah. And like imagine doing like a breathing exercise, like Wim Hof or Soma. Like imagine what you could accomplish.
That could be a cool experience. I'm gonna make some research to see if it's been done before or not.
I don't think so.
No, we were talking about hyperbaric oxygen before, and I go like, damn, maybe she tried it. And well, you just said it that you never tried. So interesting fact. When you try, I want to see. I want to have the results, or maybe I try with you.
Don't worry. I'll document it. Yeah.
That's very cool. Thanks, Jessica, for all this information. That's very interesting to see. So you're into different things. You're into this holistic therapy and actually scientific therapy of hyperbaric oxygen. You explore the psychedelic side as therapeutic as well. Now let's talk about what is the future. Where you just came back from a convention. Tell us about this meeting. Okay, what was that?
I've been going to the WOW Summit, which is like the World of Web3 Summit, AIBC, which is another Web3 crypto metaverse kind of thing. And I went to the Art Basel in Bahrain, which was an NFT metaverse conference.
The recent one, no? Like 2 weeks ago, yeah.
Yeah, and I really think it's going to change healthcare in a number of ways.
It's already changing.
I think the metaverse and VR, it's going to change in the way that we give our clients their pre and post consultation, and also in the way that we can give our clients a demo of the machines that we have within our clinics. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Virtual reality, I guess, or immersive reality can do that. This is exactly what I'm dreaming about for everything that exists, on this planet, including the field I'm working on, biomedical and cold storage. There is something big coming on with the metaverse, and and the experience coming from that. You are right. Patient treatment, patient follow-up with cloud monitoring and things like that. It's fantastic because you can access to data everywhere. So it's already there. There's companies doing that. Now there is not many companies trying to integrate virtual reality to show people what could be a treatment or how a treatment works in terms of exploring it through a virtual environment.
Yeah.
Do you think? Yeah, go ahead, please.
Token economics as well. So are we going to be able to pay for our wellness and health treatments in the future with crypto? I definitely know that I want to take it on in my clinic, and I hope that other people do as well. And also, are we going to be able to earn a certain token in the metaverse from gaming or learning in the metaverse, and then convert this token into the wellness token, and then buy our health and wellness services in real life with the tokens we earned in the metaverse? Like, the possibilities are endless.
They are. The regulation are even more endless.
Oh,
behind that.
Typical.
Yeah, it's not going to be that easy. Many companies are jumping into this hot subject now and investing funds and stuff like that. I've seen even people selling houses on the metaverse.
You can buy property in Dubai with Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Real property. Yeah. It's pretty easy here, pretty easy going. But I know in America it's awful, like the IRS and all of this going after crypto people.
Yeah, it's getting very hard, and especially since the last amendment about crypto. But at the end of the day, we need some sort of regulation because it's a free-for-all market, and
too many scammers.
Yeah, exactly. One, and the second is too many traffic behind it that is using that type of currency, my opinion. Okay, so some sort of regulation could be beneficial for everything. Now, jumping back to where you were a week ago or 2 weeks ago, and you talked, and I was like, I got your email, and I was like very interested about NFTs. Yeah, NFTs
about
taking a break.
The fractal cube.
Yeah.
Can
you explain that? Can you explain what is a fractal cube? What is related to and where it's coming from?
So this is a project called Metaverse, and it's been made by one of the founding architects of MetaMask and Ethereum, and it's basically it's a metaverse world, and you can have NFTs, which are virtual cubes, but you can actually take your metaverse ship and fly down to each and everyone's cube. But the way that the physics works in the game is that you have like cube 1, and then you can have a cube inside that cube, and then a cube inside the cube inside the cube, and so forth. So in this way, you can create like knowledge trees inside the cube as well. Yeah.
So you pass one level, you go to the second level, and so on and so on. Interesting.
And you can create games, you can create cities. They already have like a Mars, a Dubai, a London. So I've got a part of this project, and it's all about connecting the different projects to each other as well. So it's all about adaptability as well. But I'm hoping to have like a Well, I'm not going to say my idea, but
Somebody's gonna take it. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's
I'm
yeah,
watching
yeah.
NDA.
Yeah, it's interesting. I do remember NFTs in the art business. Like 10 years ago, a friend from Italy called me and say, "Hey, there's a new trend, some painting from a street artist. You can get them on NFTs. Do you want to invest?" And I go like, "Nah, no way. It's like doesn't sound right to me to own some sort of pixels on a computer."
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I think that this piece of art was sold like for $28 million recently.
Yeah, so that was a bad throw. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, yeah. So it's just like crazy. I think that NFTs are going to take a big place in science because,
I agree.
yeah, it's going to make many publication or patent or research available to anyone that wants to have it and give back the money to where the patent were made or studied or research made. So it's a good way of funding science in a way. So I like that
Very true.
the NFTs for that. Yeah, it seems to be an opening world for getting funds and money into floating into the science. Other than that, I don't know, because there is still a big dilemma. No one in the world owns the color patent when we're talking about pixels. So there is this part that is not like mastered yet.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't aware of that, but I understand what you mean. Yeah.
So it's the only negative point I see there. But other than that, yeah. Probably our next talk would be in the metaverse, having our goal, but we're going to be face to face. This is the difference, yeah. And those live, you're going to see people around you instead of yeah.
Oh, yeah. And so it will be everyone's like emoji, like on the stage, right? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that is cool. Those openings are very interesting. It's going to be the contrary of what people are saying, that it's going to put people aside of communication. It's totally opposite. People will be actually more in contact with other. Of course, it's virtual, but our brain doesn't know the difference between what is real and what is not, as long as you're telling that it's real. Yeah,
I think
I agree.
A lot of socioeconomic gaps. It's going to give people better opportunities, all sorts of things.
Yeah. And you can be in Dubai and here in Montreal or Boston or Miami anytime, just like...
Yeah, and you can have cute avatars. Yeah. Nice clones walking around.
Well,
never met here in the metaverse.
You do?
Yeah. Never messy hair doesn't exist in the metaverse.
It's true, Yeah, even the avatar that you create, they're all like super.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, anyway, this is beautiful. So, what's your next biggest challenge? What are your next plan in the coming months? What are you doing? You're coming to North America, I think.
Yes, I am. So I'm going to come to America for a month. But also, I want to develop the London clinic a lot more. And I really want to start an autism mentorship sort of program there. That's one of the goals I really want to accomplish. And I want to see I really want to move the needle in terms of the clients that are coming in with autism. And I really want to just work on the Web3 things and work on the metaverse as well. And just keep on raising awareness as well. Yeah.
That's the goal. Yeah. The more people are informed, the more you're going to get them jumping into it and attracted to this. If we keep trying to avoid spreading the words is not the right solution to have. Good. You're coming to North America in June, I think, from...
Yeah, I'm going to try and come for 1 month in the summer, something like this. Yeah, I just need to see how everything's developing. But yeah, most definitely. Yeah. But I just want to I want to start generating data and generating case studies from the clinic. I think it's really important because then someone 10 years from now can come and have a look at the data that I've posted and build upon it. I think that's one of the most important things.
Of course, because data speaks. You can talk and say this is it, this is that, this is what it is. If you have data behind it, you're going to be pinpointing the fact. Yeah, and well, you know what? I wish that your wellness lab is going to be the forefront of promoting this type of technology. So
we are most established in London, established in the UK. So.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Jessica. It was awesome having you here.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you,
Sean.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it, and keep doing everything you do, because you're not doing one thing, you're doing 100 things. And you're good at everything. Yeah, it was a great pleasure. Thank you so much. Wishing you good luck. Absolutely. And thanks everyone for watching. This is going to be going on Spotify and on video as well on YouTube and everywhere. Jessica, Alana, Wellness Lab. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.
Bye.